Welcome to another edition of the Nat One Club and the Naughty Knot, the
Woo woo!
official Twitch stream of Miralax and King Charles III of the United Kingdom and Commonwealth. We salute you, sir. May your reign last 100 years.
In your nightmares.
Wait, speaking of which, nobody replied to my ridiculous meme. What is that shit?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
So sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. She's there when I got here.
Pausing the stream for the meme.
No, we're good.
No.
Okay. Who wants to volunteer to recap what happened last time? By volunteer, I mean the dice is gonna roll. And it landed on 4. Oh, it's Bingo Bronson. Look at that.
Okay, well, based on my notes, it looks like there was 2 dicks in a butt.
Classic.
But I will say that we did some gambling. I don't think anyone did very well. And then we decided to do some last minute shopping before the big battle. And so we had to hit up Bartleby one last time. Oh, Bartleby was acting strange. Like when we got there was like someone yelling at him. And during our whole interaction with him, he was kind of like looking at the door. He seemed distracted, but we didn't really get a clear answer from him on that. He presented us with a lot of cool stuff. He gave me this thing that he called the Medal of Honor.
Would you say he presented you with more stuff than usual?
He did seem very excited to show us a lot of stuff. Maybe he was like just trying to unload his merchandise before hitting the road. Who knows?
Unload.
I don't want to skip to the end, but we didn't have a chance to ask him because Osrius offended him. And then he was
Some people are just so touchy.
Name that musical in the comment.
Honor. Ria, you did get the bow. Is that right? It's like it can fire double arrows, and the second arrow is like magical. Barton, you got the tax return, which is an axe that returns to you. Very clever name.
I'm sorry, what does it do again?
It's a hand axe, and you throw it, and then it returns to the thrower somehow.
Oh, okay.
Boomerang style?
I believe the exact wording was
Find its way back to me or something.
It's enchanted so that you can never lose it. Yeah, something like that.
So it clearly won't be some clever little coincidence that makes it bad instead of
No. That's never happened with this guy.
Not with this guy.
Did anyone else buy anything? Oh, the disco file. You did buy that?
How could you pass that up? It was amazing.
Yeah, I bought that.
The bottle that when you open it, it makes everyone start dancing.
Oh, you should use that in the battle.
Oh my god, a Shrek moment.
Well, just remember, Bingo popped it open in the middle of a relatively crowded bar, and the radius that hurt it was not very large around him. So whatever is making it work, it doesn't have the biggest like amplified effect around you.
So we were having a great time, and then Osrius tried to use his fun little.
It was a joke. Of course, I didn't think it was gonna do anything real. He's a wizard.
I was hoping he was gonna do something.
Osrius played a very funny joke, and Bartleby took it the wrong way.
It was just a prank, bro.
Oh my god. Prank wars.
Bartleby thought that Osrius was trying to like control his mind or whatever. And then he got mad and packed up his stuff and left. And I wonder if we're ever going to see him again. It feels like we won't. That whole time, though, Boog stayed in the forest and decided to scavenge for mushrooms. Did you find any good ones?
I did find some cool mushrooms. I found a mushroom that let me double check here. It like regenerates the land around it. Okay. I found jazz cabbage, which makes spell casting nearly impossible, and most people who consume it no longer can speak and turn animalistic.
Jazz cabbage?
Jazz cabbage.
That sounds
honey.
like a nickname for
marijuana.
Not
I
doing
also
that on the stream.
this pale fungus. We're a mature stream. That grows from dead trees.
I wouldn't go that far.
I've-
We're for an older audience, but mature? I mean,
If we're
60 plus
18 plus.
only.
Oh, 16 plus, 18 plus. I don't know what the guidelines.
I said 60.
65.
Oh, 60, 69 plus.
Oh, yeah.
got 'em.
Only allow 420 subscribers. Very posh. But yeah, some cool mushrooms. Yeah.
We shrooming.
Yeah. Crazy. Decriminalize mushrooms.
Legalize it.
Yeah,
Legalize
man.
it.
My body, my mushrooms.
And then we ended last night.
I don't know if that's gonna be a sticking slogan.
You never know. Get in the comments. Tell me what you think.
We tried to make a game plan for the upcoming battle. And I feel like we pretty much have it.
But we just thought of it a little bit ago and not in session.
Anybody have anything else they feel like they should add?
We got some of those scrolls. 3 of the
Yeah.
scrolls that will change our alignment. Is that right?
It functionally masks you as an alignment of your choice for up to 24 hours. So you can choose anything you would like.
We should figure out what alignment most people there are. Neutral good, lawful good, chaotic good.
I think the first two would be, at least in this country, definitely heavily populated there.
Yeah.
I mean, people still run the gamut there, but like, I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to pass yourself off as too. If you're trying to be like a pilgrim of like Mitra, for example, it would be very common to see you as like a lawful good or neutral good or something like that. If you want to show up as, you know, chaotic neutral on a pilgrimage, that might be interesting, but it really only matters if somebody actually checks your alignment. So
Wow, I'm distracted by the specters and the other Zoom.
oh my god, it's the bunny.
Okay, well that's good to know. Just so you know, if there's like a dominant one, and we
I
use
think
it.
lawful good is probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
What do you think most people are IRL?
In our world or in the D&D world?
No, in our world.
Oh, that's chaotic.
Okay, not speaking for yourself. I said most people.
I think most people are neutral good.
That's optimistic.
Yeah.
I actually think you're probably right, at least in, you know, our country. I think most people would probably fall into either lawful or neutral good.
What about Canada?
Ooh.
Chaotic good. They're too good. Good about everything. Good about things that make you go, wait, why are you happy?
Things that make you go,
Gravy on fries? Hmm.
Mmm.
Yeah, there's no H in front of those mms. That's just delicious. Okay, so we did all that fun stuff in preparation last week so that we can do some other things this week. You did a bit of scouting. I think Boogs is still out there.
With
Somewhere close.
Grumblejack and Yoni.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you guys would want to do before making your way over to the Vale?
Like for DJ or just in general?
Both. Snows have not started falling yet, but that is essentially the go time. And seeing as it's the weather, it's not going to happen on a certain day. So,
Mhm.
you know, you can make as many preparations as you want, but once the snows start falling, you really need to move, because if the snows like are there for a week before you move out, the army's going to have to deal with that. And trying to have people marching and or fighting through, you know, a week of snow would be difficult.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Sakurat have a plan of his own? Like, does he have a plan about where he's gonna send his army? Or is
Did you
that
ask him that?
No.
No.
Presumably they're not going to just disband. So
Yeah, I think we should plan on messaging or getting in touch with Sakurat in some way, and then also Teodora if she has any like last minute feedback, and then also trying to get in touch with that devil spirit that made a contract with Rhea, so we could see if there's any assistance coming that way.
Do I have a way to contact him, or he's just like scrying on me?
I mean, you made a deal with him, but there's really no like ongoing thing necessarily.
Okay.
Is there a copy of the a copy of
No, unfortunately, he didn't hand one of those over to Rhea.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No
Well, you know, at least there were a lot more words said than other certain contracts that party members might be in.
Move it along.
one.
Bingo, how you feeling, by the way?
I'm fine. There's no problem.
How does Bingo look? Yeah. Have you been getting longer teeth and
A bit of a ghoulish pallor.
Yeah.
I'm stronger at night. That's a normal thing.
What? You can just see a little bit better. You're fine. Okay, so I guess the question stands. Is there anything that you guys would really want to do before actual D-Day? Because you don't know when that's going to be.
I have something.
Okay.
Okay, but first I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the answer is going to be you should have asked, but my vampire monster thralls, who are apparently under my command.
Are they?
Well, he said all I have to do is call for them and they will appear.
Okay, so what does that mean? Are they under your command?
I don't know. But I need to know. I'm still in town. I think I need to go talk to him again. I need to know more about how they're going to like come to me, because my idea is before D-Day, I think there are few enough of them to where we could fly all of them into the forest in the Vale on the Nightmares in one night and have them hide in the forest until D-Day, and they can attack from the inside. But that will only work if I can get them up to the Vale undetected. So if I want to know if my plan is going to work, I need to go talk to whatever his name is, Mr. Van.
You didn't ask that part either.
Oh, we're very good at this game.
I don't know. I distinctly remember that was a bit of a tense conversation that first time. So
Well, it's because someone wouldn't stop running their mouth and had to be put under a cone of silence.
Oh, you're lucky I'm not there to hear this.
Um. Okay. Well, I mean that you are correct in the information that you were given. What you do with that information is up to you. Oh, hi. Um. Yeah, you can try to go talk to him again. Also, presumably, if I mean, you can try this if you want, but presumably it would be safe to assume that if something like that was flying into the veil and the veil had some kind of detection thing, like a certain Barnabas seemed to think that they would definitely ping that off. So I don't know if you have a way to mask. Well, you have a way to mask that, but with not that many uses.
Bingo didn't like that. He just decided to leave. No, I'm
Sorry, your food came. He's not even here. It's okay.
Hello. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, something to think about. I will also say, for the sake of a smooth gameplay experience, how much do I want to reveal? Let me just say this. If you divide your forces and yourselves in a whole bunch of different areas, it's going to be difficult to both coordinate all of your army stuff and coordinate the campaign as a whole. But that being said, you can do as you like. But if you do that, you're going to be much weaker in certain areas. So just remember that you're going into hostile enemy territory here. And if any small group gets discovered earlier, or somebody else gets, slowed down or separated, and the enemy brings their full might against a smaller group, entirely possible that certain parts get massacred before, at least compared to if you bring everybody together. So up to you guys how you want to run that.
10-4.
Okay, I will just say that is kind of okay with me, and it may be something I'm kind of banking on, because I know that those vampire monsters are there to quote unquote help us, but I also know that if I fail to get the cup, they're probably gonna kill me. So if they kill a bunch of people in the Vale, that's great. If they end up dying because of this, that's fine by me. But I don't want it to be like, oh no, they got discovered and now like all their defenses are gonna get beefed up or something. So if people are worried about that happening, I get it, and we can just like keep them in the regular army and not, potentially lead to them getting caught early and fucking everything up for us.
I will say the biggest advantage you guys have right now is the element of surprise. The fact that if you do this as the snow starts falling, getting anybody out is going to be exceptionally difficult, from their point of view, at the very least, especially if you go in through the one exit that they have. But yeah, if you start setting off alarms early at all, it's very reasonable to assume that they would start beefing up security. So, I mean, your call.
Well. I'm in the woods.
What is just so we're super clear on this, what is the ultimate goal of this campaign? Do you remember what it is? I'm just curious.
Of this specific part that we're in?
Sorry, of the Vale campaign. The Vale campaign. The campaign of war that you're about to conduct in Talongard.
Yes, we need to take down the forces within the veil.
Kill the angels.
The Cathedral of Mitra made manifest. I know that there's something specific about that.
We need
Ah,
to take down their like cleric, their healers, right? Because we're trying to unleash a disease.
yeah, so we want to. I found the note. Oh, look, Bugs found the note. Oh my goodness. We are going to invade the Veil during the winter's merciless heart. The winter's merciless heart. We are going to destroy everyone in that sacred place and leave no witness, making it look like a bugbear raid. Violate the holy heart of the Cathedral of Mitra made manifest and leave not a single soul alive. Damn it. So we're going to have to kill a lot of people. Okay, so we need to break the watchtower, invade the Veil, and kill everybody. Make it look like a bugbear raid. Well, there's gonna be a lot of magic things that I was planning on doing, but bugbears don't use magic, do they?
Presumably, I mean, they have more than just bugbears in the army too. I mean, Yoni was part of that, and he can certainly use magic.
Oh,
You kind
violate
of
the holy heart. So we need to all get butt naked and then get in the Cathedral of Mitra made manifest.
yeah, about that. God, you kind of sound like the kid who's just reading the instructions on the homework the night before it's due. That's pretty good.
I said Bugs found the note. He's reading it.
Okay, so ultimate goal is to massacre everybody in here. So I guess another, I mean, minus magical stuff, another component to consider would be to make sure that nobody escapes either. Or have a response if somebody tries to get away.
Yes, I'm reading you loud and clear. So, what do we do about that, y'all?
Okay, well, besides Bingo presumably going to have a chat with somebody in town, does anybody else have anything you guys would like to do or that your character wants to get done prior to heading out of Gaston Hall? You also know that Gaston Hall is probably about to become, I mean, ground zero for a very, very virulent plague. So it is safe to assume you don't want to be coming back here.
Well, we have the boon.
You do. But I guess I should rephrase and say there's probably not going to be a good reason to want to come back here. Unless, well, I don't know. Up to you guys. But business as usual is not going to be a thing that's going to be happening in Gaston Hall.
Right.
It won't be immediate, but you know.
We all got a bunch of healing potions. Yeah. Okay. And any
Are
other
there potions that give me like spell slots back?
I think you have the only thing that can do that already. Isn't that what your blood vial does?
No.
Wait, what is your blood vial? Oh, your blood vial increases your DCs, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I don't think there is.
Okay.
Let me see if it exists.
No potion of magicka for me.
Oh, okay. There is something that can do this, but I think they're very expensive. Let me see what their average price is. Ooh, sane prices 6,000 gold each. Oof. Okay. Well, something to aspire to, I guess, if you can come across one. It's called the Pearl of Power, and it's actually in the compendium if you want to like pull it up or look at it. Just search for Pearl under information, and basically you can regain 1 spell slot up to 3rd level. And it's a once a day thing that also requires attunement. Again, very powerful things require attunement because that's how it is. 6,000 gold is the price per the sane prices for that. So that is a very strong combat item, but not cheap.
That sounds insane.
I'll put it on my Ulster.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, well then I have nothing to buy.
One of the things that Bugs wanted to do while he is out still close to the watchtower is try to get an idea of the way that they split shifts. So I would imagine that I would use wild shape to be some kind of bird that I would just kind of perch not on the watchtower, but in a position from the hilly area. And I can, for the few days that our friends are gone, I can spend some time during the day to get an idea of how they do their shifts. Is that something that is possible?
Yeah. These guys are definitely not slave drivers, so you could probably guesstimate that it looks like there are 2 to 3 people that patrol along each of the walls on the side of the watchtower. There's nobody that patrols on the top of the watchtower, oddly enough. But there are 2 to 3 people pretty much at all times on the sides. Those numbers double when their replacements are showing up to replace them, and then it's back down to 2 or 3 again. The people out front also change at about the same time.
Okay, does it appear that they change at the same time every day?
Yes.
What time is it, darling?
For the sake of being super easy, we're gonna go with noon, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Well, noon, 4, and 8 cycled on both AM and PM.
Okay. Perfection.
Wow, 4-hour shifts. Progressive.
Noon, 4,
Oh
8,
yeah. Well, it's not per day,
and then-
but hell, even at Disneyland, we only stood in the same position for an hour at a time. XD.
Oh my god.
You worked at Disneyland?
Yeah, pause.
Wait, really?
Tell us the big scoop. Did you meet Mickey?
Oh my god! Don't work at Disneyland if you have a choice.
Did you know anybody backstage?
Did I what?
What?
Yes, cheers to Walt Disney and the parks.
Oh no,
You worked there for a while, didn't you?
I did. That was a long time ago though.
Yeah.
What was your? Did you do a ride? Were you a character?
I did rides in California Adventure for the most part.
Ooh, which ride?
Wow.
I did. I don't even know if one of them is still there. There was a theater that was. I don't even remember what it's called. I think that one's gone by now. But there's the trail area that's for kids, and I worked on California Screamin' way back in the day.
A classic.
Wow. Oh my god, how fun. If any of our viewers have questions about working at Disneyland, leave a comment.
No
I
thanks.
Good answer.
California Screamin' was the first upside down roller coaster I ever went on.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
It's pretty
And I
tame.
was like afraid of upside downs until then, and now I love them.
Oh my god, exactly the same for me.
Woo!
Isn't it funny how that feeling is actually not like less gravity? It's like more gravity.
Yeah.
You
I'm
met-
gonna now forever imagine that you were operating the ride the day I rode it.
Let's
you
go back to your
you
time.
met Paris Hilton running that roller coaster, didn't you?
I don't know if you want to say met, but
Oh.
yes.
Oh my god, that's hot.
Back when Paris Hilton was a thing.
Yeah.
Making a comeback, DJ Paris Hilton.
Is that a thing? Really?
Yes. She is a DJ. I'm pretty sure. Maybe she's
Okay, it wouldn't surprise me at this
Okay,
point.
okay. Okay, sorry. I would just want to make sure. Back to the game. Okay, so basically it would be like midnight, 4 a.m., 8 a.m., noon, 4 p.m., 8 p.m.
You got it.
Okay, perfect. And then while I do that, can I also get a better idea of exactly what it is on the top central part? I know that you said that there's 2 staircases. There's like no door or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that go down on either side from like each wall.
Yep.
What else? Like, I guess, what exactly does it look like? Does it look like a suspended piece of stone that would indeed be like a gong or something? Or does it look different now that I've taken some time to examine it?
Are you just trying to spy on this from really far away?
Yeah, I don't think that I definitely would not be on the watchtower even in wild shape. I think right now I'm staying in a camouflagey type area,
Okay. Yeah, up on top there's 2 very large statuesque looking things. And that large suspended metal disc that is your favorite.
Okay, suspended metal disc. And is it suspended in a way where it is, I think I might have asked this before, but I just really want to make sure I'm not thinking of this wrong. Like a bowl suspended or suspended like a gong?
Definitely like a gong.
Okay. Like a gong, Donkey Kong.
I guess since you're asking like specifically too, the statues up on top kind of resemble like kind of like lions with wings.
Oh shit. Okay.
Some kind
And
of mythological creature or something.
are the statues holding something that looks like it would hit the gong, or do I see something like a stick or something that looks like it would hit the gong that's up in that area?
No.
Okay. So maybe they have like an arrow they shoot at it. Just thinking. Very cool. Very cool. All right. I don't have any more questions right now. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you want to do something?
Are we still doing Gaston Hall things?
Yes. And
Oh.
I guess I will ask, just because it's still another possibility, if you guys want to. You guys are not in favor of searching out the Medusa, correct? You don't
For
need
the
to. I'm
record,
just
Aubrey
asking.
was pro Medusa, but I think I am being voted out.
I think that's accurate. Yes. For the record, I second that.
There's no large pro Medusa faction in here.
Surprisingly, no.
Okay. Well, do you have anything else? Did you want to do something else, Osiris?
Well, I want to do stuff at the Vale. But I would like to start it at Gaston Hall when we leave.
Interesting. Mysterious.
Oh, Mystere, X-Men. Right? Is she one? Mystere, yeah.
Are we ready?
I still need to talk to the vampire.
Oh, okay.
Colin Robinson.
You want to switch mics?
Okay, so Bingo's the last one to do anything in Gaston Hall, correct? I mean, unless something drastic changes here. Reminder, if you guys want to buy any more like potions or anything that's generally like mundane, feel free to just deduct gold and add it to your sheets because they're easy to pick up.
Do you remember offhand what the greater healing is?
I believe the graders are 150 and the standard potions of healing are 50. The 2d4 plus 2 versus 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, am I gonna click this link and then my thing's gonna get so loud?
Oh yeah, you probably don't
Okay.
necessarily need to do that right now, but it's amp it up music.
Oh, very nice. I like instantly went mute, mute.
Fantasy metal, dude. It's a thing apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Bingo, would you like to go do certain things right now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Are you going by yourself?
I think so. This is really between me and him.
Yeah. I love when you guys all act on your own. That's perfect. Okay.
I am gonna tell my friends where I'm going though.
No, 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 you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Share your
Probably.
location with us.
I'm gonna text them when I get home.
Okay. Do you remember where the entrance is for this place?
Yes.
Do you remember how you got in last time?
Quiet.
No, do you remember how you cut in last time?
Yeah, none of us could get in without Bugs, and Bugs isn't here. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that you, Mr. DM, would have forgotten about that, but then someone had to open their mouth, even though they're not even here.
We had homework. Are we still turning in our homework?
Teacher, you didn't collect the reports that are due.
Okay, but honestly, what I'm gonna do is go up to the, I guess, the mausoleum that we walked into, and like in my most authoritative voice, be like, "Vampire monsters, appear to me."
Oh, you're gonna stand outside where you guys made the door last time?
Yeah.
When you get there, probably as you're about to start your little speech, these heavy, massive stone doors are gonna swing open.
Oh, thank God.
Vampire boys.
It doesn't look like there's anybody inside, and there's no mechanism that would normally just like open the door for you. Not creepy at all. You'll be fine.
Clearly, I'm expected here. I'm a very important person. These doors would open for anyone who made a pact with a vampire.
Okay. Downstairs is not that one though. Is a familiar sight. Except he's really far off. We're gonna shrink him down. He's all the way over here. It's pretty comfortable underground over here.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, oh no, there he is.
He would probably just simply state as you're walking in, you've returned.
I have. Thank you for noticing. So I just had some very simple follow-up questions, if you'd be so kind as to answer them.
He would probably just say, perhaps, what are your questions?
I guess first of all, are you Aurelius Vestromo?
He would probably laugh at that. And say that Aurelius Vestromo is nothing more than a page in a history book, if you can even find one that goes back that far.
Yeah, funny you should mention that. Where your page should be, the page is missing.
I think you're getting two names confused, but you're very close.
Ugh.
Sorry, that's not what he says. That's what I'm saying to you. He would ask what you mean by that.
Well, you want me to get this chalice, which I'm totally capable of doing. It's not a big deal. I'm actually going to do it very soon.
He'd probably chuckle a little bit at that. Okay.
I just want to know a little bit more about what I technically agreed to.
He would probably smile and would say that you seemed so enthusiastic about it at the time. Why are you concerned now?
Oh, no, no, no. Still totally 100% into this. Side note, I've been feeling really great. I feel really great now. I can see better at night. Like, I'm feeling great. I am curious if that has something to do with the blood oath that I signed with you.
Oh, yes, that.
Does does it?
Well, you needn't concern yourself with that, so long as you fulfill your contract.
Okay. I mean, I kind of like being able to see better at night and the feeling I get when I'm underground. Are those feelings going to go away when I return the chalice to you?
Oh, you wait, you enjoy those feelings.
Yes.
Interesting.
Wait, does Bingo want to be a vampire?
Bingo's
If
open to opportunities.
he would say if you fulfill your contract, you will return to just as you were. If you would like to pursue something else, we can discuss it when you return victorious.
That sounds great. Final question. Your I mean, I really out of game. I don't want to call them monsters because I feel like that would be offensive. But that's
I think you called them monsters to his face before last time, and he didn't seem to be too concerned about it.
Okay, good. These monster minions that you allowed me to command.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, he'd probably like lazily wave a hand, and a handful of them are gonna step out of the shadows on the side.
I'm gonna say that was really cool. I'm just wondering, like, physically, how this is gonna work when I'm at the Vale, very far away, and decide I need their help. Will they just appear out of the shadows like they did just now? Are they gonna have to run there from Gaston Hall? How's that gonna work?
He would say specifically to you, when you are heading to the Vale, they will make themselves known before you enter it. They are strong, but not without weaknesses, and the Vale is well defended.
Mm-hmm. How do you know that? How do you know about the Vale's defenses?
um,
Because I built
what?
it.
What would he say to you? Hmm. I guess he would probably say that I guess you'd keep it simple. Earlier attempts to retrieve the chalice did not go as planned.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Could you offer me any tips on maybe strategies to avoid so as to maximize success?
Well, um, he would say the things that roam there, can definitely keenly perceive his kind from far away. If you are delving deep, it would be wise to mask yourself before you do.
Okay. Are you worried that the presence of these monsters is gonna like give away me?
It's cute that you think he's worried about you.
Or rather, should I be worried?
He's sure you'll come up with something.
Okay.
He would also tell you, feel free to use these as you will. If they don't return, it's of no consequence.
Hey,
Alright. Good to know.
we love
Um,
to kill somebody.
Okay, sir. The next time I see you, I'll have the chalice in hand.
Glad to hear it.
Okay. Quick cue on my way out the door. What is this chalice?
Is you gonna pose it to him?
Yeah.
He's. I guess he would be curious why you're asking about it now at this late of a juncture.
You know, I'm a curious guy. I liked your energy when we agreed to this. I thought this is a guy who's got it all figured out. If he wants me to do something, like I'm already there, I may as well just get it for him. But yeah, now I'm just a little curious. What's so important about this chalice?
He would probably consider for a second, before answering this, but he would say, to you or anyone else, it is no more than a simple drinking glass, but to him and his family, it means much, much more. Needless to say, if you and this is of course the first thing that comes to his mind. Needless to say, if you attempt to abscond with it, or sell it, or do anything without fulfilling your contract, that would not be wise. It is without worth to almost everyone else.
Well, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not unwise. So don't you worry about that.
He'd probably just smile at that.
I think I'm done and I'm going to leave.
Okay. Yeah, the doors would open and close behind you on the way out.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything while you're in Gaston Hall, like testing certain things? You're kind of alone in a graveyard right now.
Yeah, God, what did he say exactly? Like they will. What were his words?
Specifically for the Veil, they're going to make themselves known prior to heading in. But he also mentioned previously that if you wanted them in Gaston Hall or in other areas, they would respond to your call.
Okay, so I'm in the graveyard. I'm alone. It's at night. I'm gonna like say quietly, monsters, make yourself known to me Now, please.
Okay. When you do that, there are going to be a number of them that step out of areas around you. It's almost like they're walking out of the shadows, and there are probably about 10 surrounding you right now.
Okay. False alarm monsters, please go away now.
They would not say anything, and they would kind of melt back into the darkness they came out of.
Sick. Okay, I'm very satisfied now. I think I'm gonna head back to my friends.
Okay. Friends, is anybody else doing anything that needs to be done in Gaston Hall here?
I want to do something real quick that would be more like in the outskirts of Gaston Hall where our camp was.
Okay.
I just want to find like the biggest tree, and then basically just use it as a target. I want to try to throw my new axe at it.
Sorry, run that by me one more time. That last part.
I'm gonna throw my new tax return at it.
D'Artagnan.
Oh, okay.
Just
So,
like I should test it out before using it in battle.
aha, very wise. Okay. How do you test it?
So I'm finding like the biggest tree I can just near a campground. I feel like I'm gonna use my. I can do
Okay, I think what did we say was you're accurate with this up to 20 feet, so 4 squares, and you're a little bit less accurate up to 60 feet, which is 12 squares. So how far away do you want to stand when you yeet this thing in a tree?
I'm gonna be 20 feet away, and I'm gonna put minor illusion on it, like a little target.
Getting you a horse.
Okay. On the tree, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll. You should also probably, if you don't have one already, search for, let me double check this exists in here. Hand axe. Hand
I did a
axe.
hand axe.
Yeah, just a generic hand axe and click attack roll. It's light, so it should pull from your dex already.
Oh yeah, I renamed it.
Very nice. Yeah, you throw it definitely with skill. Well, what is it pulling from? I wonder if it's pulling from strength. Click on your normal sword for a second, just so I can see if it's pulling your sheet correctly.
Axe return TM.
Wait, that's just damage. Try the other one. Try your actual attack roll.
Huh, that's weird.
I think that was your damage roll for it. Oh, see, this is +8. I think it's trying to pull from strength. Let me
Ooh,
look at this really quick.
very
The
nice
tax
on that
return.
nat 20.
Oh yeah, it's pulling from strength. So here we'll do dex. 1d6. I think that is all correct. You are proficient. It is not magical. Cool. There we go. Yeah, now it's +8. Okay. Yeah, so you thud it into the tree, and not a second later, Barton, you are yanked off your feet and are immediately accelerating in the direction of the tree. Stopped only when your hand grasps the handle of your axe.
Sick. Do I like? Okay.
That's pretty cool. You can use it to climb up.
Yeah, that's hella cool. And I didn't like get hurt like by hitting the tree or anything like that.
No. You did travel in a straight line though, so do you want to try to throw it behind something and see what happens?
Wait, did he say I didn't or I
You
did?
did travel in a straight
Oh
line.
yeah. Yeah, assuming like I threw it kind of straight at me, this time I want to aim it at a tree behind me and like up much higher, like towards the top of it. Does that make sense?
Say that one more time.
Like instead of throwing it like in front of me, I'm throwing it like kind of towards the top of the tree behind me.
Yeah, you gonna try to stick it in the tree up there?
I'm gonna like throw it again.
Okay. Yeah, if it gets stuck in the tree, it pulls you upward into the tree with it. It will probably pass easily through the branches there, but they will be slapping the shit out of you as you go through.
Okay.
And you will end up with your hand around the axe handle again. However, just your axe in the tree is not enough to support your body weight, and you're going to immediately start falling. Roll like an acrobatics to see if you can catch yourself.
I mean, I'm gonna use my ring to do feather fly. or
Oh,
something.
then yeah, sure. You'll decelerate before you hit the ground.
Okay, cool.
Wow, clever boy, Barton. All of
Yeah, now I
your
can
magic.
fly up, and that's sick. All right, cool. I'm gonna show it to my friends. All right, that's all. I mean, we were talking about trying to check out the watchtower disguise, but are we thinking no because we're afraid it's gonna like detect our evil?
Yeah, I feel like we've had two different people, two different other NPCs like tell us that we should be very wary of like tipping them off. So I don't know. We would get a lot of knowledge from getting in there, but I don't know if it would end up biting us in the butt, you know?
But wasn't that the whole point of getting the scrolls?
Yes, but I mean, I guess Boogs isn't there, so actually don't listen to anything I'm saying until we're all together.
Do we remember how long that spell lasts?
24 hours.
Oh, okay. Then
And
yeah,
you
cool.
have 3 uses.
Do you guys think? Oh yeah. So should we do that now? Like, and do a quick. It
That's
just
what I
we
was
also need him to get into the church.
If the group doesn't want it anymore, we don't have to do it.
Mhm.
I personally feel like that magic's probably going to be closer to the church and not all the way at the entrance, but I really don't know. Their magic that detects evil or whatever.
Let's just go.
What do you know about that kind of magic? Do you
Uh,
wanna
The-
read up on this? I mean, that's an interesting topic. You guys are in a place that has a massive library. You have some arcane knowledge yourselves if you want to do a knowledge check.
I want to go to the library.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hey.
Barton, you probably have heard a bit about this. But again, just because you roll a 20 on a skill check isn't an automatic uber success. You know everything because you were born by this spell. There are spells that basically can detect your alignment, as well as spells that are empowered against certain alignments. That's very common in this country for what they would call holy warriors or paladins to use smite evil when going against their foes. You would probably also know that if somebody attempted to use like a smite evil spell on somebody who's not evil, it wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't take any damage at all. So that would be interesting. And I think with that juicy of a roll, you would probably also know that there are some creatures who are able to detect that just because they can see into the nature of things. It's probably in scripture in this country that things like angels could detect evildoers the same way that devils know who to go after to tempt to their side.
Okay. Do we think those two statues are possibly angels on the top of the
Jeez,
watch?
I leave you mooks alone.
I don't know if you think
5
angels
minutes and you're
are
already shooting
giant
each other.
lions,
Hell's
but
wrong.
I think they're golems of some.
Hey!
well,
I just see some kind of stone statue, and I think, Golem, get him.
Could I just go to the library to see if there's anything like about the veil?
yeah. For the sake of saving time, there's probably not going to be anything beyond what you have discovered, though, or have been told by Barnabas. Just to quickly recap, there are kind of 5 things of basic information that pretty much anybody could tell you about the place. And this would be like firsthand accounts, or if you talk to somebody on the street who has made the pilgrimage, they could tell you. Number 1, to enter the Vale, you must cross 2 bridges of Saints Bridge beyond the watchtower. Number 2, once you're inside, you lodge within the township of Sanctum, a small place mostly populated with priests and guards. Number 3, Sanctum sits upon the banks of the beautiful Lake Paranthus, famed for its healing waters. Number 4, inside the Vale is the legendary Mountain of the Phoenix. The spire of stone seems impossible to climb from, viewing it from the shore. But supposedly, every true priest of Mitra must accomplish the feat. Atop the spire, there is the flame that never dies. And number 5, further inside the Vale in the shadow of Mount Methandrius is the famed Garden of Serenity and the Cathedral of Mitra made manifest, and no one goes there but Mitra's chosen. Specifically, when you asked your good buddy Barnabas Thrain about the defenses, he told you that at the entrance you must pass through the watchtower at Saintsbridge. He said that as long as you tell them that you're pilgrims, they will let you pass. But said specifically, be sure to hide your true allegiance by both disguise and spell. They say there are beings in the watchtower of Saintsbridge that can smell evil. And he also mentioned he has never seen them move, but there are 2 strange statues in the causeway. The causeway being basically the entrance that goes through the tower itself. He said it is persistently rumored that they are some sort of golem, but he doesn't know the truth about that.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We can use the scrolls to scope out the watchtower. But the scrolls, I don't know, like we could also use the scrolls in the cathedral, but I think regardless, we're gonna have to do some fighting in the cathedral. Like, so I think they'd be better suited for us sneaking into the watchtower than sneaking into the cathedral.
I think so. I also think it's like getting our army past the watchtower is kind of the goal, because otherwise, I don't know.
They
It's
just want to get like massacred.
right.
Mhm.
And then it's like they can support inside the veil, but getting them inside the veil is the tricky part.
Yeah. I think for sure when we go to enter, I'm going to use pass wall to make an entrance that we can go through that isn't like in the watchtower, but isn't necessarily the front door, which they would immediately go to protect, like just, to one side of it. But listening to that, even though, Boogs isn't there when we're doing all of this, if we come back together and we're talking about it, maybe we charm someone who looks like they are about to go to the watchtower, have them use a scroll so that their alignment looks like they are an evil person, and then see what happens when they enter the watchtower. Maybe that would cause too much of a ruckus, but I that would be a way for us to kind of test, like, is the scroll enough to change it, or can they tell in like a more spiritual way or something like that? Otherwise, then we just pick 3 of us to use it and see what happens when we go in. Thoughts?
I'm just worried that sending a person that looks evil is just gonna put them on high alert.
Yeah,
If we
okay.
go in with the scroll not good, we can literally be like, so what happens? Like, how do you protect the wall from evil people? And stuff. Like my kid can ask it.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were talking about pretending to be a child and parent or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna be 3
Oh,
drunk
yeah, the best part
dwarven
is,
wenches this time.
No, it's all
Cornelia, and Chooch.
And I'm gonna have Bad Bartholomew with me.
Oh my god, yes. Well, I do like that idea. If do we want to do that now? And then I think what Boogs would do is use like a wild shape and just keep watch as a bird, like for you guys, so that if something goes wrong, I can like alert the rest of the team, and then we can do something if we need to.
Is there some way that you could do that as a bird?
Well, you don't have to like the paint. You can change the paint.
Maybe without having to just caw like super loud or some shit.
Well, I'm thinking that I would use a wild shape, and then I would like fly back and give an alert as I'm like trying to go back for my friend, so it wouldn't be like right next to the watchtower cacaw.
Oh damn.
And hopefully I wouldn't even have to cacaw. I won't have to cacaw
plenty of
anywhere,
them.
honey.
So
it's
for
gonna
one,
be
the price of one,
fine.
I
It's
got you
gonna be
20
just
20
fine.
cannons and 2 of the best sales that I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's
There
so
are
cool.
things that give telepathy in this
Can't get it.
game.
Really?
I don't know if any of you have something like that. I think it would be Boogs or Rhea most likely. The one spell that I know of is a 5th level ritual. But it looks like it's limited to bards or wizards. So that's kind of a nope. But there are a lot of options along those avenues. I think you can link people, or you can maybe send direct messages. If you want to try to plan out ahead of time something like that, especially if you're gonna have Boogs flying around as an eye in the sky, you can do that. Otherwise,
Alan Parsons Project.
sure.
Okay, I have an idea though. So I have ascending stones that goes to Osrius. But if Osrius is in the tower, we could swap so that I have ascending stone for someone who is still hiding in the woods if a backup situation is needed. When I wild shape, I can wear my like stuff, and it just forms to the bird form. Could I make it so my little pouch is just around my chest, and then I can use my beak to get my sending stone, and then I would be able to just do a very light caw to the sending stone, so it's not a big loud caw, and then they would get an alert caw on the other sending stone, and then do you catch my drift? You know what I'm at?
I give you permission.
If you do want to rig Boogs with Ascending Stone, presumably you can do. Actually, I'm not sure you can do that. Well,
okay, what if I wild shape and I tell my friends that I'm with beforehand, okay, I'm gonna wild shape, and then I want you to take my sending stone on a little piece of whatever and put it around my neck so that I can get to it easier with my little beak. Caca. Caca, honey. Little Anthony.
Okay, let me just read the wording so I can make sure. Something comes from the pair of each of the stone, blah, blah, blah. While you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast a sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. Yeah, no limitations on if you're a creature or not. You don't have to actually cast the spell. You just need to touch the stone, and the stone does the spell for you.
Okay, perfect. So then we know when our people are going in using the scrolls to do the test, I'm going to be watching. If anything goes down, I'm going to caca into the sending stone so that they don't hear it, so light and gentle. And then you guys know, get over here. Caca is going down.
Ah, honey.
Oh, caca. 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 Okay, well, we got that little piece of the puzzle checked off the list.
Cool, you're using bugs as a UAV. I like it.
I just also want to mention me and Bad Bartholomew are going to walk to the watchtower from Gaston Hall on the whole trail.
Ooh, okay. Are you gonna attempt to do this before actually doing the thing, or is this gonna be like a you're knocking on the door as the opener to a siege?
This is the before the thing.
Okay, you better hope you got 3 days to walk before snow starts falling.
Come on, dear.
Um.
Alright then.
Okay. Well, let's. Well, I guess that's a before D-Day sort of thing. So, does anybody have anything else they want to do besides Osrius and Evil Bartholomew?
No, just Bad Bartholomew.
15 minutes, okay.
Okay.
Everybody get your asses
Just
ready.
since we're at it,
The bad
Just-
son.
we're at a good quickie break point here since it's about 8:30. Do you guys want to do a
Yeah,
fiver
no.
or a tenner, and then we'll start with that when we get back?
No,
Okay.
I can wait.
Perfect. Are we gonna do 5 or 10?
Your choice.
Bugs decides.
Let's do a 10.
Deal. All right.
Okay.
10 minutes, and then we'll kick off with Osrius and Bad Bartholomew.
8:40 Eastern time. 7:40 Central time.
Oh, no.
Ready?
Turn
Break!
that dial, set an alarm.
of Disneyland and California Adventure, which is literally the same thing because there's like tunnels that go between them. And the running joke when they do your little intro courses, oh, you know, of those 28,000 employees, how many of them are on the janitorial staff? And it's 28,000 because if you see something that needs doing, you need to do it as a cast member.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awful. It is not a place you want to work, dude.
Ew.
Anyway, we're 20 minutes late now,
DJ
Ria.
Armstrong was fired from Disneyland. Don't put that on the stream.
Lance Armstrong?
DJ Armstrong. Oh, wait,
Oh,
are we
okay.
really?
Got him. Surprise.
Hi, edit.
We've been live.
Hold on.
Yeah, wait a
Why
minute.
is my video not on? Hi, if you are enjoying this stream and you want to see more bugs, leave a comment. Where is bugs?
Wait, but
There's bugs.
in the Zoom chat.
Yikes.
Okay, now we're back. We are really back. Guess what? You know, there's always a hot mic moment for every great show. And this was our hot mic moment. With the hashtag let's go viral.
Bugs basically is that guy that admitted the murders, the Jinx.
Whoopsies.
What murders? I didn't admit. Is this in reference to something I don't know in the pop culture? Okay. I
God, you would love it.
If you're watching this and you're the one that I talked about, just know that I think about you often.
Wait, wouldn't they be dead if they're the ones that you talked about?
Huh?
What?
Oh, you know.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Yikes, or
Get in
don't.
the chat.
I'm
No,
scared
put it in
now.
The Zoom chat knowing.
Oh, you're telling me. Hi. Rock on.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. Private chat and then back to you in the stream.
He got fired?
Yes, because he would go golfing instead of going to work.
Wait, that's just dumb. Dude, they were one of those places that has a point system. When I worked there, it was like the very specific thing. 1 minute late, 1.5 points. Miss a shift, 3 points. Every 9 points was like a tier of bad shit will happen to you.
What am I in a private boarding school?
27 points, automatic termination. At least that was the rule when I worked there. But I think eventually they're kind of like Amazon in that they're like running out of people that they can go through and fire. So they loosened up on those rules, I'm sure.
So if you're 1 minute late, you get 1.5 points marked off.
Correct.
But if you miss a shift, you get 3 points marked off.
Correct.
Oh,
and not only that, but you had to actually clock back in after your break. And if your lunch break was 31 minutes instead of 30 minutes, you'd be late as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's that kind of place. And this is definitely off on a tangent here. But the worst part was, you don't actually like clock in until you're at your whatever attraction you're at, and you're there like in costume and everything. So I would leave 2 hours before my shift starts because it's Disneyland traffic and everything. And I would get there like an hour ahead of time at the parking lot, because the employee parking lot is not close to Disneyland, because that's where the paying customers get to park. We have to sit there and take a shuttle that takes another 15 minutes to get to the park. And then at that point, you take an employee shuttle from like where you're dropped off towards your actual attraction area, and then you have to get in costume and shit unless you show up in costume and stuff like that. And so I could leave 2 hours before my shift starts, and I was late more than once doing that.
That's
That
a violation.
explains so much about who you
Gotta
are.
be a labor violation.
What is
Well,
that?
that is bugs. I tell you what.
Go figure. It sucked, man. Anyway.
Oh my god. If you go missing, I'm gonna call
Is the mouse, man. They're coming for me.
house.
Anyway, that was a long time ago. Why do you have a leather banana sling on your character sheet, Bugs? I probably shouldn't open this.
Why are you on my character sheet, nosy? Wow.
One more point on our DM working at Disneyland. That was the best time of my life because
Wait, why?
Because you could get me in for free, or if any of your friends were working, they could get me in for free. And you guys would have like a stack, like a pad of paper of front of the line passes in your pocket at all times.
Oh, that's true.
You brought one home. I took one of those pads to the park one day and just like
Oops.
Oh my gosh, it's like a doctor with their prescription pad. Yeah.
Wait, what kind of doctors do you know? And can I get an introduction?
I watch a lot of intervention.
Oh,
And
that's probably not a good way to meet doctors.
Well, depending on what context you want to meet them under.
True.
Hey.
That's the context of you're probably going to be investigated after the show airs.
Ah, that's
Yeesh.
okay.
Okay, are we done with the DM used to work at Disneyland stories?
Yes.
That's literally like, oh my god, 15, 16 years ago? It's been a little while. It's been a little while, you know.
Or did the safari boat?
Jungle Cruise.
No,
in the
I
Rock
never
Mountain.
did that. I never worked in Disneyland unless they would pull some people over from California Adventure when they needed help just running like the parades and fireworks stuff. You're basically like support staff of like, hi, tell people what time the fireworks go off and where they can and can't go because the parade's going down the middle of the street. So
I'll take one.
Yes, I've seen those parades.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, please.
Stand
I've-
here, not here.
You
Stand
can't stand there. Why want to stand there? My kid can see. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Is there a parade every day?
Yes, multiple parades every day.
Whoa.
I
That
mean,
is
it's Disneyland. It's got to be the happiest place on earth every day.
Not today. Okay, let's go kill some people. Woo!
Okay. So, barring anything else, we are going to go with Osrius and Bad Bartholomew off on a little trek. Is that correct?
Wonderful.
I'm walking.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I am in wild shape as a beautiful soaring eagle. But
Okay.
I'm not soaring, I'm hiding in a spot where I can see my friends. and
Are you
I'm-
going to try to use your eagle claws to put together a trebuchet?
Oh my gosh, I forgot I was gonna do some.
Okay, never mind. I didn't remind you of that. Don't worry about it.
No, not. Of course, I wouldn't do it as a bird. Bugs is wild, but not like totally out of it.
Okay. Let's start with Ozers and Bingo then. So what are you guys gonna look like when you're in Gaston Hall?
I am the Duchess?
Wait, why'd you say it with a question mark?
Baroness.
Ah, yes.
From France.
And he is my son, Bad Bartholomew. Blah, 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 blah. I can't even say the name because I just like him. But I have to take him on this field trip so that he loves Nitra as much as I do.
Ooh, tiefling that loves Mitra.
Wait, Bingo, are you doing a Pogger's face or is that a yawn? Okay. Pog! I love Mitra. Let's go. This is the Mitra version of Disneyland. Okay. So yeah, it is a 3-day walk. Do you guys want to go with a group or do you want to go by yourselves?
Probably by ourselves.
Do you want to look up what groups are going?
Yes. What groups are going?
Okay. Let's jump backwards to the Gaster Hall.
Okay, good.
And in Gaston Hall, in the priest quarter, there are a few groups that are departing every day to head over to the Vale. It is a very nominal cost, and it's mostly just for supplies and lodging. And you would be told that these tours are essentially led by priests. They'll stop by historical or religious places of significance on the way out there, as well as paying for one night stay in the town of Sanctum itself before returning back to town. It's a week-long trip. 3 days on foot there, 1 day in the town itself, and then 3 days back.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a premium pass where perhaps a carriage is involved?
They are not offered in the priest quarter, but presumably if you are that kind of wealthy, you could maybe hire somebody to do that for you.
How much would that cost?
Are you gonna try to hire somebody?
Yes.
You would
And
probably need to find
also,
someone who'd be willing to do that for you.
can I commandeer? Can I commandeer one of these things, please? You go every day, and I need to go now.
This is
Ooh.
starting off really great.
Roll me a persuasion, Osrius.
Her name is Baroness.
I'm sorry, Baroness. What is your name, Baroness? What? Without looking at your sheet, I see you clicking.
I don't even have it on. It's a great name. It's a good name. I would say it might be the best name.
Of all time.
Uh,
It better not be Tosrius Textreme because that person is marked for death.
So yes, roll persuasion. Did I do that already?
No, I think Rhea tried to cast Dominate a Person on you. Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems like a bit of a hassle, but this guy's gonna throw out just a number when you seem so insistent about it. Like, yeah, we can set something up for you for 50 gold, which is a sizable sum.
Listen, can you guarantee a thorough my son, you see how he's a baby? He's super into walls and watchtowers, and he really wants a detailed tour. For 75 gold, can you throw in a detailed tour of the watchtower?
Roll me an insight. Ooh. This guy seems really surprised that you're up for it because he also just seemed to throw out a big number hoping you'd go away. Normally the price is much lower, but he would kind of be a little surprised, but say he can't guarantee that because that's like the army's domain. But he would ask when you arrive there if they could give you a tour.
Great, that's fine. Here's
Okay.
75.
That's
Oh,
that's
50.
big bucks. No, 75. I mean, you're the one who said 75, so we're gonna take it. Absolutely, we'll take it.
We're tourists, right? So it's not going to take 3 days. Look at my shoes. These are not walking shoes.
I guess he would also ask, do you want to stop at the small shrines on the road there? Or do you want to just go straight to the Vale?
This is your trip, son. What do you think?
What are these small shrines? What are they show?
The priest would tell you that they are shrines to deeds of priests who've done extraordinary things in the service of Mitra. Most of them are from the Order of Saint Macarius, and usually pilgrims will stop by these small shrines. Sometimes we'll leave behind offerings if they feel like that's appropriate.
Shrines, are they surrounded by walls?
No, they're usually mostly small statues that are slightly off the roadside.
Then I do not care for them.
Oh, Bartholomew.
I can see why this calls you bad, Bartholomew.
I want to see the walls, Mumsy.
You heard the boy. 75 gold. Did we see the walls?
Okay. That seems a little weird, but that's a lot of gold, so sure, why not? He will instruct one of the quote unquote tour guides into doing as you ask, and they will hire a carriage with a couple of horses, and whenever you are ready, you are good to depart.
Let's go. Mama's not getting any younger.
Damn, Mama's shopping for a hubby over here. Okay, so off you go. It is probably a little bit less than a day's ride from the town when you do this. As you are not stopping at any of the shrines on the way out, you pass by a few of the other pilgrim groups. You would probably also notice that. No, I'm not sure you would notice this.
Yes, I would.
It seems like there are less groups on the road now than there were previously when you scouted out a week ago.
That means nothing to me.
Cool. You guys will make it all the way up to the watchtower. Do you want to do anything?
Wait. I stipulate we need to freshen up before we arrive at the wall. So please let us know 15 minutes before we arrive.
Sure.
And then 15 minutes before we arrive, me and Bad Bartholomew will use our scrolls of Nice Stool's magic aura.
I need to go pee in the bush, Mummy.
Oh, he can't take down his own trousers. Let Mummy come with you.
Mummy.
With that fucking blanket around you, Osrius, right now.
I'm imagining Bingo as a young Prince Charles right now. Let's go.
Oh my god, the king.
The future king. Yeah, they will they'll let you go relieve yourself in the woods before you head up to the tower. And
Okay.
you guys will have ample time to cast. I don't think it's more than an action.
What do you think? Should we be neutral good or lawful good?
Like-
We kind of are not acting lawful good.
Yeah, I think we're neutral good at best.
At best.
Mummy's best.
Let's see. So it gives you two abilities here. One, false aura. You change the way a target appears to spells and magical effects such as detect magic that detect magical auras. You can make a non-magical object appear magical, a magical object appear non-magical, or change the object's magical aura so that it appears to belong to a specific school of magic that you choose. I think you have a wand of detect magic, right, Osrius?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried using that on yourselves?
No. Should I?
Well, I will just mention this. You do not look like you normally look right now, correct?
Right.
So
Well-
presumably that's some kind of magic, and if they are detecting magic, you would detect as magical.
I
Yell at me.
am in a disguise
But
kit.
I can't hear it.
My Baroness form is always my disguise kit.
Oh.
Okay, Bingo, are you using the circlet?
Ugh. I didn't take the time to do a disguise kit for a child.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have your young Sean Connery look, but I don't know about Bad Bartholomew.
Well,
I
we have
wanted to look nice for the
Okay, but I'm just saying this is something that's part of the spell, so that's something you can choose. Would you want to make yourself, Bingo, appear non-magical then?
Wait, say that again? Do I want to make myself appear non-magical?
yes.
Correct. Osrius, parts of you probably also appear magical. If you have any magical items on you, they would appear magical.
Okay, non-magical.
Everybody's non-magical?
Non-magical.
Wait, but can you only do that or the alliance?
No, this is part of it. So
Ah, non-magical.
when you cast a spell, you can choose one or both of the following effects. So that's part of it. Okay, so you're both gonna appear non-magical. Second part, mask. You change the way the target appears to spells and magical effects that detect creature types, such as a paladin's divine sense or the trigger of a spell, etc. You choose a creature type and other spells and magical effects that treat these creatures if we're a creature or type of that alignment. So if you say, hey, I want to appear as a neutral good human, you can mask yourself like that. Is that the goal?
Oh my god, do they hate tieflings?
Are you a tiefling?
Would catch some stairs.
The Baron.
Oh wait, have you been?
Tieflings? Wait, have you been a tiefling the whole time? I probably should ask that.
If my Baroness is a tiefling or not.
I
I-
think she is.
I mean, sure. Who says a tiefling can't follow Mitra?
Let him say something.
Let him say what they're gonna
Wait,
say.
does that mean Bad Bartholomew is a baby tiefling?
No.
No, I'm not technically her biological son. I'm her ward.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask for your goddamn life story.
I'm like,
It's just- okay, so okay, let me just double check
In those
this.
comments.
I'm toxic, don't worry about it. Tiefling race details. Are you an outsider or not? I don't know. Do you have a bloodline?
yeah.
Do you have any variant?
Draconic bloodline.
Okay. No, sorry, that's not what I was asking. There's different bloodlines of demons that change what you are. There's a bloodline of Asmodeus? What?
Ooh.
Would that be something I picked when I made my character?
Yeah, way back in the day. So I think it's your Infernal Legacy. You have that, don't you?
2 ships dead ahead.
I think you
Infernal
do.
Legacy.
Dead ahead.
You know the Thaumaturgy cantrip, once you reach 3rd level Hellish Rebuke, once as a 2nd level spell. And then 5th level you can cast Darkness spell once. Wait, you have that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are part of the bloodline of Asmodeus then. Interesting. So you are a tiefling
What?
connected to Nessus. Cool.
Once a brigantine.
This is awkward.
It was the second one.
I don't think you appear as an outsider though. Ow, hi cat. Yeah, I don't think you're an outsider.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, the whole point is to hide what my allegiance is, so it doesn't really matter if I really am in the bloodline of Asmodeus.
Right. I was sorry. I was just saying, do you want to appear as a good outsider or not? But technically, you're just a mortal race. You're not an outsider anyway. Okay, you're fine. So you want to appear as a neutral good tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool, Gucci. Hopping back in the carriage. Make sure to get the last few drops out. Bingo / Bad Bartholomew. And onward we go. When you're approaching the tower itself, there's not a lot of people out front. There's probably just 2 human guards, and they would ask the carriage to stop at the gate. The gates are open. Like the carriage could continue driving if you just didn't want to stop, but he would pull up outside, and they would ask your business here. The tour guide, presumably riding up front with the driver, would say that you are some pilgrims from Gaston who are off to. I mean, how would you probably phrase this? Off to see the sights in the Vale. Oh boy, folks, you good?
Yes, Ozris is just outrageous right now.
Ozris is on one. Okay. He would also make the additional request. That would say, there's a child inside that would really wish to see the battlements here, if that's okay. The soldier would kind of groan a little bit, and he would probably say that he can ask the commander, do you want to pull through and wait? Or do you want to head to Sanctum and come back when he has an answer for you? What would you like to do?
I'm gonna yell from the back of the carriage, "We will wait!"
Damn, that little kid's got some good ears. Okay. So yeah, you will ride through the watchtower. I'm not gonna give you the exact map, but essentially imagine it. Wait, where is this map? Do I have this map already? It's very similar to the tower of Ballantine back in the day. Remember how the entryway was kind of through the center and there were walls off on the sides that have arrow slits?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. This is pretty much identical to that. So you will travel underneath the center of the tower. There are arrow slits on both sides. No doors lead off to those rooms from this area. And the only thing that's different that would stand out to you is at the end of the hallway, there are two massive statues. Let me see. They basically look like massive, gigantic humans. They don't have very distinct features at all, though.
Oh my god.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh my god.
They're basically just massive, humanoid things made out of rock that are standing off to both sides.
As we are like going through, I guess I'll roll a perception to see if I can spot any like potential areas for sabotage in terms of like what the mechanism for opening and closing the gate and stuff is. Can I do that?
Sure.
You didn't sound very enthusiastic.
I'm looking to see exactly where that mechanism is. I'm not positive you're going to be passing by it.
Okay. Don't look it up. No need.
Oh, nice. I don't think you would be able to see it from where you are.
Okay.
Basically, when you travel through the center of the tower here, there are no doors on either side, just arrow slits. There are two massive statues at the end of the hallway here, and a second gate at the end, which is also open that you just pass right through. On the other side of the wall, it's pretty much just a well-traveled area. There may be a few soldiers outside lazing about, a few of them probably practicing moving around, but not too many. Probably less than 10 walking around on the back side of the tower.
Okay.
After a few minutes here, the same soldier would approach again and would probably relay to your group. I guess I should also ask, do you guys want to come out of the carriage and walk around at all, or do you want to just wait here?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Do we see anything interesting on the other side of the hallway? Or have we not made it to the other side? Are we still in the tunnel?
No, you're through.
So nothing happened with the statues.
Correct. You passed right through. So on the other side of the watchtower, the pass itself is not that large. The pass itself is probably about 50. No, it's a little bigger than 50. It's like 100 feet across. So as you can see in the top left picture there, the tower kind of dominates most of it. And the walls are pretty small on both sides. They didn't need to build much in order to block this path off here. There is a river that runs alongside the road. You can see going down, I guess further north technically on the map, the river follows a road all the way down to the lake. You can probably see the town off in the distance. Not a whole lot of traffic on this road here.
Is there any guards on watch on the other side, like where we're waiting for the soldier to come back?
There are. There's just another two on this side. Also, I will tell you, the back side of the tower, there are no doors on this tower on the ground floor at all. The back side of the wall is about 20 feet off the ground here. And there are stairs leading up to like the parapets on both sides of the tower. You could probably make out doors on the walkway up there. So the doors are not on the first level of this tower at all.
Okay, good to know. While we're waiting for the soldier to come back, I'm gonna make small talk.
Okay. Are you gonna talk to guards? Or are you gonna talk to who?
Yeah, guards.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, oh gosh, these statues are just absolutely stunning. The craftsmanship is stunning. Can you tell me anything about the statues?
He would probably say, he's not really sure. They're pretty nondescript to him. In fact, they almost look a little like out of place here because most stuff in the Vale is kind of ornate, seeing as it's like an homage to Mitra. But these are kind of just generic things, and why they made them inside the tower seems a little weird. But somebody put them here. Maybe they were a gift. Who knows?
Can I perceive the statue?
Sure. You want to walk right up to it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't leave your son. I'm with you.
Just leave him behind. You'll be fine. Is that a nat one?
Cheers.
Cheers! No
Cheers.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, my rolls are all over.
Wait, what do you mean? The 20, the 2, and the 1? Perfect.
Yeah.
You rolled a 20 and then you rolled a 21, kind of. Yeah. So if you walk up to these things, it definitely looks like a massive human made out of stone.
Massive as in, like, how far do I come up to it?
This thing is probably about 9 feet tall and wide. It is sturdy. The limbs are also made out of stone, and it is intricately carved, especially all the way down to fingers and things like that.
Wow.
But again, it's just a statue, right?
I take note of the statue.
I perceive the statue.
Same thing. It's a cool looking statue. There's nothing that really stands out to you. They don't hold any weapons. They don't have any armor. I mean, it's just a massive humanoid looking statue.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I perceive anything else about the wall on this side? Besides the stair, I guess the stairs and the statues are the big takeaways.
Let me see. Do I have?
Well, I don't. Maybe Bingo does.
Just like what?
Perceive.
Don't perceive me.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Apparently this is the one map that I didn't put in here already, but I will show you a little portion of it as soon as this uploads. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound like victory music. What do you mean failed network error? Hold up.
Bugs.
There we go.
Looks like you rolled a 1 on uploading.
Oh,
Hey.
damn, embarrassing.
Okay, wait. Close your eyes for a second.
Who, all of us?
I close your eyes forcefully.
Whoa!
Yeah, I can do that. That's right. I got those powers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where'd everything go?
Okay. Outside of the tower.
Black.
The Vale.
Woo!
Here's your map. And totally not a combat map over here. This is kind of what the bottom part looks like in the back side of the wall.
That bottom part, when you say that, that's the part I walked through.
Correct. You guys traveled through 1-1 itself.
Okay.
And like I said, there's stairs on the side. There are doors on the top of where those stairs are, but I don't want to show you the other side of the tower. This tower is very tall. It's at least 4 to 5 stories tall.
I know that Boogs isn't here, so sorry. But maybe you'll still answer for me. At the end of A, those are the statues, the humanoid statues that.
Correct.
Before? Okay.
You gotta zoom in real tight.
I also see the crank there and one too. But I
Okay, but your character doesn't, so we're good.
Okay. Well then I think we're just ready for the soldier to tell us we can come view the wall.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna say that. Actually, he will. He will say that the commander has given you permission to tour the top of the wall. You will be accompanied by a pair of guards. And he would ask that you hold your son's hand at all times, as it is kind of dangerous. Because you can fall off. He would say, we are allowed to take you up either side of the wall, and we can walk across it and back. Anything more than that would probably be seen as unnecessarily dangerous, but the lad did seem enthusiastic about it.
Thank you so much. Here's 1 gold for your trouble.
Just doing my job, ma'am.
Oh, you don't want it? Okay, no problem.
No, he'll take it though too.
Oh. I know it's an odd request, but you see my boy, he just loves walls. And Mitra.
Wow, wow, wow.
Okay.
wow.
You're gonna get a few odd looks.
Okay, so we would like to tour the wall, please.
Okay. Touring the wall doesn't really give you much more than what you can see here. You can probably make out the wall is around 15 to 20 feet thick. It is a thick boy. I don't know the limits of pass wall offhand, but you can relay that information along to the boogers. It's 20 feet. Okay, it's about that thick. It is definitely defended from the outside pretty well. There are like the parapets up there. Lots of room for archers to duck down behind cover. There is nothing facing the inside though. Obviously they don't anticipate being attacked from that direction, which I suppose makes sense. Nothing too crazy, no mounted weapons. There are 2 to 3 people on either side of the wall. When you guys are up there and walking around, your group is the largest on the wall.
When we were coming in on the carriage from the ground floor, can you see the lion statues and the gong?
No.
Okay.
Those are on the very top of the tower.
1 moment.
Okay.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and then I'm gonna say, oh, can anybody tell me about those statues downstairs? I think I want to commission some from the person who sculpted those for my garden, you see.
Really? I mean, I know you haven't made it into town yet, but there's much better statues in town.
This one speaks to me. I will get the names of the sculptors of the statues in town, but can you tell me anything about the statue here?
They would probably shrug, and say, I mean, they've been here since before we started. You know, before I can almost say started working here, before we've been posted here. You know, they don't have much detail on them, so they're not really sure.
Okay.
From where we are, is there any indication of how people would get up the tower?
Yeah, so when you take the stairs up, here, I'll kind of reveal it just so you can see. So right below the level 1 of the ground floor, on the sides, if you look directly south where it has level 2, these are where the doors are. On the sides of the tower. I just don't want to show you the inside of the tower. They would not allow you inside the tower itself. But on level 2, on the wall itself, there are doors on both sides.
Okay.
So presumably there's some way to go up and down inside the tower.
So from the wall, you could get, or like the wall is like essentially level 2.
Yes.
Okay. I I'm just an innocent little boy, right?
All right, water's gone. Everything's good.
Are you?
I think I'm gonna like rip my hand positive and be like, I want to see more wall,
Oh shit.
and run and open the door. to, like,
Bartholomew!
Um,
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
when you do this,
Boy!
presumably one of the soldiers with you will try to stop you from getting ahead of yourself. Let's roll some initiative. Let's see who's quicker on their feet, huh?
Try.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Do I need to click on the token or I can just click on
No, just click initiative. It'll roll for
And
you.
then me too. At disadvantage, I'm gonna roll initiative to try to grab.
Okay. You could also just try to do like a deception or something if you want to kind of feign it. Or a performance, maybe, if you want to fake like you're grabbing for him. Okay, well, you're quick, but not quick enough. This little rascal is zooming off.
I literally rolled a 1. Wow. Okay, sorry.
You'll manage to open the door, and you're gonna kind of bump into somebody who's just inside. But you will be able to see there is a hallway that leads through the center of the tower here to the other side, and there are 3 doors that you can see when that opened. And the guy's gonna say, "Whoa, what's going on?" And he's gonna kind of gently catch you here.
And then I guess I'll walk up and I'm gonna slap him.
Ooh.
Yes, get it. And I'm gonna say, don't you ever act in such an uncivilized manner again. I went through so much trouble to get you to see the best, most holy wall in these dang parts. And look at you have. Just look at you. I cannot believe you that you would bring this kind of disgrace onto our land of France.
Wait, you guys are from France?
That's right. That's where I think they're from.
I wonder who made that up. Okay. Yeah, one of the soldiers gonna elbow the other one and be like, "That must be why they call him Bad Bartholomew." Little shit. Okay. Yeah. For everyone's safety, you guys should probably move down from the wall now. I mean, this is not meant for children.
Yes, I understand. We'll leave right away. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna say, Mother, I'm so sorry. Please don't make us walk home alone without the wagon to take us back.
Well, we're staying tonight and then
Oh, I thought we could just like sneak.
I'm just gonna say, shut up, boy. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
And then I'm gonna go back to the wagon so that it can take us into the Vale more.
Yeah, of course. You wouldn't have to walk the whole like mile and a half to Sanctum. Jeez. What kind of pleb would do that? Yeah. So if that is how you want to leave it without any more ceremony, they will continue on driving you down to Sanctum itself. Sanctum. You would probably guess there are a few thousand people here. It's bigger than Alden Cross. But the makeup of the town is definitely much different. Vast majority are humans. There are a number of dwarves as well. And most notably, there are actually some very odd looking humanish people walking around. Kind of, I don't want to say odd, but almost like out of place, as if you would see a tiefling walking around here. Anybody want a perception?
I want a perception. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely see them and make out that they're probably slightly different than most humans walking around. Do either of you have, I guess it would be either knowledge of religion or arcana? They'd probably be mentioned in both. Okay, Osrius, you've probably heard of this race before. These are what are known as ASMR. Or because I ban them exclusively in all my campaigns for player characters, I call them ASMR. Nobody will ever get to play as an ASMR in one of my campaigns. Fuck that. They're insane. But essentially these are in the same way that tieflings are kind of a hybrid of human and devil, ASMR are kind of a human and celestial hybrid. So
Okay.
the same way that humans might have boned demons, humans might have boned angels too.
Nice.
Jesus.
That's beautiful.
Listen, I don't yuck getting. So I'm gonna take note of that, and also like about how many I see.
Uh,
Like,
probably. I mean, there's not a boatload of them, but the fact that you would see one would be kind of odd, and you would see a number of them here. Probably, I mean, at least a few dozen.
oh, okay.
So
they're like about a 10% of the population I see.
Maybe a little less than that, but yeah. They are kind of distinguished specifically because
their skin glitters.
Kind of. They have luminous features. Sometimes a particular part of them will almost like glow. They have extremely strange hair colors sometimes. Or they will have some kind of element as their hair. Some of their eyes glow or have insanely weird colors to them. But they definitely don't come off as a normal human.
Okay. Noted.
Okay. The rest of the town itself, I mean, this place is the word they used to describe it is idyllic. I mean, it is just the whole place almost looks like a garden. There's farmland on the way down, gentle rolling hills once you're inside. The town sits on the banks of a relatively placid lake here. The river runs, but it's not rapid by any means. There's no like white water really anywhere. But the water moves fast enough, and you can see the Mountain of the Phoenix as you drive in. The mountain is pretty steep itself. It doesn't look like there's any real way to get to it, because it's in the center of the lake. And yes, it does look like it's on fire.
Like it looks like it couldn't be a phoenix.
From this far away, it could be anything, but it literally just looks like the top of a mountain is on fire.
I'm gonna ask the guide to talk about the mountain.
Sure. He would probably tell you. That is indeed the Mountain of the Phoenix. There it is said.
Is there really a phoenix on top? Is that what that fire is?
I mean, nobody really knows except for the quote unquote true clerics of Mitra, but he would probably like lean in and whisper towards you. He's never seen any kind of like fiery bird flying around or anything. And he's never heard of anyone else who has. And he and his fellow clerics have been doing this route for decades now. So it's just what it's called. He would say that the novices who would be clerics of Mitra must face their fears and climb the height to the spire. He would say that a larger number who attempt it fall into the water. Very rarely, someone has died attempting to climb it. But essentially, all that is known is that it's a trial that clerics would have to do. He would say, and he would warn you specifically, since you seem to take an interest in this. There is no visitation to the mountain, and he would also mention, because people have always asked this question, why doesn't anyone just fly to it? Hello, magic. He would say specifically, there is a ward in place around the mountain itself that does not allow for flight. So anybody who attempts to cheat will plummet into the water.
Mother, I want to climb the mountain.
Shut up. We continue on.
Sure.
Check your top 10.
I mean, the mountain is decently big. You can probably tell it's
Okay.
it's about a quarter of a mile wide across at the top, but it's kind of like a plateau, I guess. Very like sharp edges on the sides, but presumably, if you knew what you were doing, you could maybe climb up the sides. It just looks really steep. Okay, in the town itself, nothing too crazy. Most of the people here look like they're wearing either clerical garb or soldiery garb. The vast majority of the clerics here just have the standard markings of the church. A few of them you would note kind of look like oh god, what was his name back from Ballantyne? Brother, did you guys ever kill him? I don't remember if you did.
Muzone.
Killed so many people.
The monk at the tower. He looked different. They don't wear quite as ornate of an outfit, and they have a slightly different kind of insignia that they wear that would denote them as a follower of Saint Macarius.
Pirate party.
So it's kind of just like a sect of the church, but I mean they're known to be like Mitra's chosen, more or less.
Okay.
I guess they would say, I mean, you can walk around the town. There's not a lot of stuff to see in the town here itself. There's probably a few different small churches. You can go down to the lake if you would like. They allow people to walk in on the shore, but they would prefer you don't bathe near the town. It's rumored to be like a healing water, but he would say that he hasn't known it to kind of cure any diseases or close any wounds. If that's what you're looking for, you'd probably be better off with a potion from an alchemist.
What about that area? Oh, yonder, the big church and the maze.
Yeah, you probably can't actually see it from here. It is miles down through a forest, kind of on a hilltop way in the back. You'd have to have like telescopic vision, plus the Mountain of the Phoenix is kind of in the way. But it's common knowledge that it exists back there. He would tell you it's a place that travelers are not allowed to go to, but it is known as the Garden of Serenity and the Cathedral of Mitra Made Manifest. That is, again, only for quote unquote Mitra's chosen. He would probably also mention that he hasn't been there. But it is where the head of the Order of Saint Macarius stays.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I understand and I respect rules. Would it be possible for our lodging to
I'll just
be
be happy to send them to the bottom.
a view of the Mountain of the Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of follow the shores of the lake if you want to take a look. There's no path that a carriage can take beyond kind of the left side over here. This is kind of where it ends. So if you want to get any closer, you'd have to go on foot.
Right.
Oh, okay. No, I meant like to take a nap. Where can we take a nap?
I'm sorry.
I
Did I totally just not hear what you said? I totally thought you said go see the Mountain of the Phoenix.
No.
Yeah, they have a room at an inn prepared for you.
Oh, you don't have a private house?
No. There aren't.
Airbnb.
Is this an inn? The thing that I circled?
Sure. Why not? That's an inn now.
We will room at that inn. Thank you. Let's go take a nap.
Okay, taking a nap. Seeing as you guys presumably made this trek from the morning to the evening, it would be winding down here. There is not a ton of security in Sanctum itself. There's no like checkpoints, there's no guards around the town. All that kind of stuff was back at the wall as you passed. But most of the people here are soldiers and clerics, so keep that in mind.
Let's sneak out
Oh,
at night and sneak out and see if we can't sneak to the Garden of Serenity to get a peek.
Really?
that is a fair distance through the woods.
How?
I mean, so and look at the bottom right. I mean, you can see 1 inch is about half a mile. So you would have to be going, what is this? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 half inch or 5 half miles. So it's 2.5 miles on foot through a forest.
That sounds like a lovely hike.
Sure.
I think we can do that.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
What happens if we get caught?
Then we're taking a walk.
Like, what are we trying to see? We're just trying to see as much as we can.
Why don't we follow along the water?
That would make the walk much longer.
Okay, fine. That was just my idea.
Mummy's tired.
Do I have a sending stone still? Yes. I'm gonna say Bugs. Hey, Bugs.
Bugs at your service.
Wait, is Bugs?
Oh wait, well, I would have been watching as a bird as I saw you guys come in, so I go caw.
Wait, are you following us this whole time? Like, can you come into our room?
I'm
gonna say Bugs. My room.
Are
is
you
in-
gonna fly into the Veil Books?
No, I think Bugs is very cautious. He has not been flying past like the border of where the mountain drops down. He's keeping an eye, but he is not coming in past this very dark green area. Once it hits Kelly green, no, I'm not there.
Okay, never mind. I want to go out into the town. Perhaps there's like a restaurant or some sort of gathering place.
Probably just the inns actually would be the only place that would be open to visitors.
Okay.
There's a number of them, but I mean, the one that you're in serves food if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to be in the inn, and I just like want to talk to people. And be
Sure.
like, oh, what do you know? Whoa, tell me about the Garden of Serenity and the Cathedral of Manabah. How are you enjoying your lamb shank?
Most of the people in the inns here are actually going to be other pilgrims like you. From the people that you talk to, none of them have gone to the Garden of Serenity. None of them have gone to the Cathedral Mitra Made Manifest.
Do you know anything about the statues? Gosh, did you see those statues? They were stunning.
God, I hate Pong.
They don't. Which statues are you talking about?
Never mind. Can I talk to the innkeeper?
Sure.
I'm gonna ask all those same things, but like in a very chatty, natural conversation kind of way.
Sure. I mean, he would say the same things. He would probably caution you about going towards the cathedral. That's off limits to travelers. I mean, the only way to get there anyway would be on a boat, and nobody's gonna take you. Sorry. But yeah, no, he can't give you any more answers than these people for the most part.
The tower? Nothing about the tower?
Oh, what are you trying to know about the tower? What are you gonna ask?
About the statues. Gosh, they were so beautiful. Do you know anything about them? Gosh.
The innkeeper inside here has no idea.
Okay. Anything you want to do?
No.
Can we just and leave?
Sure. Are we gonna fast forward to the next day and you're gonna be riding back?
Half wood, half metal, half alloy, everything
Yeah,
else.
right? I mean, does anyone want to sending me anything to check out in particular or anything like that?
You're gonna send anything?
Full information.
Yeah, it seems like we're gonna need to like start the battle by like taking over the tower somehow.
Yeah.
'Cause, like there's nothing I saw that was immediately like, ooh, we'll be able to disable this. And like I'd like to get past somehow those two statues, which I'm certain are gonna be like golems.
Yeah.
So like
Well, if we use pass wall, we can get through the wall on either side and not have to go through the hallway.
that's true.
The only other stuff, I'll kind of give you just some more observations about Sanctum while you're here. There is a dock in the town, literally one dock, and there is one ship that is at the dock that is guarded by some soldiers here. It is kind of closer to like a sleepy farming community than anything else. There are no brothels or like seedy bars here. The taverns also close relatively early. But there's also no real security here, seeing as it's in the middle of a cloistered valley for the most part. Almost everybody here is priests. There's clergy, visiting clergy, church officials, monks. And there are churches and temples and shrines everywhere in Sanctum itself. Most of the buildings here are religious. A
And-
number of the inns are actually, they advertise themselves as free for pilgrims, if you don't mind using their common room. And the other thing you would notice is that there are a fair number of dwarves here. Most of them look like either soldiers or construction, although they look like they do have families here as well. There, I guess if you were looking around outside at night, there is quite literally only one tavern that stays open late. Would you scout that out?
Oh, that's the one we'd be drawn to.
Yeah.
No, I can't drink because I'm just a little.
It is not the one that you're staying at, but there is this one in town, and it's kind of off to one of the sides.
It would be crazy to stunning or to smashing
Yes, it would.
the boat people to take me to the
No, what we gotta do is destroy that boat. Because we know someone in the party who has a little toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Wow. Okay, let's go to the tavern before we fast forward.
Sales are required.
Okay. Yeah, this place is called the Halfway to Heaven House, is what the name of it is. And almost everyone inside here is a halfling. Most of them look like farmers, and this place is pretty loud. There is music playing from multiple corners. Not like they're competing with each other, but just like everyone's enjoying themselves for their type of music. There's a lot of singing and dancing inside, and the drinks aren't actually half bad here. So this is probably, it looks very different from the other taverns. Most of the other taverns look like they cater to pilgrims or the clergy. This one clearly is more of like the people who make the food that allows everyone to live here. So
Mhm.
Can I talk to one of the halflings and mention that like this place seems a lot more fun than the other places Mother has taken me?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, they're
they would
done.
readily agree with you. This is the only place you want to go. Trust me.
Yes.
Um,
Chrissy
I'm gonna write a
enthusiastically
text, I'm
agrees.
gonna write
Yes.
so are you all like farmers?
What? How'd you know? They got overalls and straw hats on.
That's cool. So, like, you grow the food then?
Yeah. Wait. Who are you again? Do we know you? Are you a visitor? Are you a pilgrim?
I'm a
Are you
pig.
lost? You want me to help you to a different? Oh no, they're probably closed. Did you? Did you forget which tavern you're staying in? I can show you if you want.
I'm here with Mother. Mother brought me here, and I appreciate the help, but I do what Mother says, not what strangers say. But you don't have to be a stranger. What's your name?
Are you trying to come off as a child to this person, or?
Yes, I'm a child.
Okay. Yeah, they probably would not mention the part about the drinking then. But yeah. And where's your mother at? They'd probably be looking through around the bar.
Well, it'd be pretty easy to spot her, right? She's gonna be the tallest person here.
Yeah, there's like a
no, I've done
5-foot
that. I just
berth.
did that,
Like everyone's
before
afraid
we-
Osrius has the COVID.
Thank you.
Aw. That's the person everyone's avoiding.
You just look a little bit out of place. They're nice enough, but I mean, you probably look a little bit unapproachable in your hoity-toity outfit, Osrius. So you know.
How come I haven't seen any of your friends in any of the other inns? Do people not like you here?
Oh no! Those ones are just boring. I mean, okay, they're not. Okay, no, they're boring. They're boring. Look, there's better music here. There's better food here. We got better drinks here. Don't try them. You definitely don't look old enough. But maybe if you take a sip of somebody else's glass, we're not gonna say anything. Anyway, this is definitely the place to be. Look, this is. Okay. He's gonna go into a small diatribe about what it means to be a locals bar instead of like a visitors bar.
Better yet, don't come back.
Do you guys ever leave the sanctum?
Why would we do that? I mean, sure, you can.
Oh, I just wondered if like work or life ever took you outside of the veil.
Well, my life is here and my work is here, so.
Okay. I'm gonna stop talking to this guy. I'm gonna say thanks. I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna feel a twinge of guilt knowing that him and his family is about to die.
Yeah, about that. You don't want to mention it to all the halflings here, Bingo?
No, I don't really have any cross tiny race solidarity in that way.
Awful.
There's one halfling in my life.
Are you gonna tell him
Who?
that you're halfling?
I'm not halfling.
No, are you going to tell your halfling?
That we're about to massacre a bunch of halflings?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a right to know.
Okay, I'm gonna ask people the same questions at this bar. Do I get any better answers?
No, you'd probably get even more generic answers than before. Most of these people are very simple, common folk. You'd
I'm like,
find.
no teenagers have ever like done a wild ride scenic up to the cathedral.
They would say that the clerics and the soldiers see them home when they fail.
When they fail. How do they fail? I just love to hear scampy stories of the youngsters. Like, what are some ways that people have failed? Just kidding.
Oh, well, I mean, you get anywhere close up there, they got like angels and stuff. They'll always I mean, they're really nice though, from the people that I supposedly have met them. I don't know if I believe them. well, it's kind of like people with wings and stuff. That seems a little weird, but you know, they're nice enough.
You don't say. Angels, huh?
I think you guys might have even spotted them before when you kind of observed it.
Yeah, Boog saw them.
Oh, angels were the Aspmere.
No, when Boogs was kind of flying above the garden
Oh, bugs. Yes.
on the previous investigation. So
Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm done here.
this is again, it's a very religious place, but it's kind of touristy, I guess. You know, there's a bunch of farming people who keep this place running, so they don't have to like import food constantly. They have a supply of fresh water, so they're pretty self-sufficient inside here. But yeah, mostly clerics and soldiers, so there's a lot of them.
Okay. I want to be done.
Okay, anything else for Sanctum? Mr. Bingo, you got anything?
No.
Okay. Your return ride back. You guys want to leave the next day, or do you want to stay for a few days?
No, we need to leave before 24 hours.
Yeah.
I was just checking to see if you remember that part. Cool.
Evil.
What, it says it in my name. What do you expect? Okay, so yeah, presumably you leave in the morning before your 24 hours goes. And on your way out, you guys will notice that a light snow is starting to fall.
Oh my god.
And with that, we should probably pause for this week since we're a little bit past 10. But the timing is here. So when we return, you are on the clock. You guys will need a full day, Bingo and Osrius, to make it back to Gaston Hall, but the snow is starting. So keep that in mind. You have a little bit more information about the watchtower, the wall, the town itself. But when we resume, I would recommend that you have a plan in place, and we'll kick off with that when we return next time, which will not be next week, because I'm definitely going to see Bill Burr.
Correct. Be September 23rd, correct? Just to make sure.
Is that a statement or a question?
Both. Correct? Question mark.
When do you get your wisdom teeth out?
The 20th?
Are you gonna be able to play on the 23rd?
Yeah.
He did that good. That
The answer is probably, unless complications arise. I was fine like a day afterwards, but I know it's been worse for other people.
All right, we'll see.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a little bit more time to come up with a more solid plan.
Now you can just wing it and see what happens.
Well, that's what we usually do. We're all
True.
still here, somehow level 10.
Somehow, indeed. Okay, well, until next session then.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, Dan. Thank you.
See you guys. Enjoy your weekend.